What a mess. What a total mess. That's what Mammoth Lakes Town Councilman Skip Harvey said of the situation in Mammoth after hearing the assistant town manager explain a budget restructuring plan with $3 million more in proposed cuts, and after hearing a dozen citizens make a plea to preserve funding of marketing. Bennett Kessler filed this report. Now, Harvey fell short of naming names, but made it clear that the airport manager and a councilman made arrogance a town problem. He implied it has been a chronic problem. Harvey was the only one at the council meeting who sharply addressed the awful $43 million debt owed to MLLA. Now, for weeks, Mammoth officials had said that they would tell the public what was going on with a budget crisis and with the MLLA debt. Now, at each meeting, they continued to fall short of talking about the status of the MLLA problem and what would happen if the town had to declare bankruptcy. Tuesday night's special meeting was following the same path. Assistant Town Manager Mariana Marashiva Martinez did roll out the new budget restructuring plan, which can be viewed on our website, sierrawave.net, and that is based on the hope that employees will accept 10% pay cuts and police 24%, saving $1 million a year. Martinez said tougher enforcement of the TOT collection could raise $500,000 more. Now, she said that better control of overtime would save another $500,000. Elimination of vacant or soon-to-be vacant positions would cut another $1 million. $170,000 in funding for Mammoth Lakes trails would go away next year, and contracts for the Mono County Animal Shelter and High Sierra Energy Foundation would go also. Martinez told the council and the public that this plan would continue to save $550,000 annually over 5 years and get the town out of a dark financial rut. Martinez did fall short of saying that the annual savings could go to MLLA as a payment. 13 people then stood up to support continued funding of marketing. Tourism Director John Erdy had offered compelling statistics earlier on the bad things that happen to resorts that don't advertise themselves. Then Skip Harvey went to the underbelly of all the talk, the huge lawsuit debt. He called restructuring the budget a function of the financial realities of the times. Harvey then said, quote, "The lawsuit is really what's on people's minds. I owe the people an apology for not wrapping up the lawsuit before leaving office. I apologize to you. I'm sorry, truly sorry for what's going on here," end quote. Harvey went on in a compelling statement that labeled bankruptcy as a disgrace and pressed the need for the town to take responsibility for actions that got Mammoth in its mess. Harvey said MLLA, quote, "are just people. They are not the bad guys," end quote. He said a jury found Mammoth guilty, and so did a couple of judges. "We didn't conduct our business well. I think MLLA is mad, really mad," said Harvey. "We need to talk to them. I will respectfully ask MLLA to take part in this mediation. It's our last chance. We need to invite them," end quote. Then Harvey said that all along the town council has been listening to experts. He said the people elected the council to make decisions. Said Harvey, quote, "We need to lock the team from MLLA, this council, and management in a room so we can't come out until it's done. We need to wrap this up," end quote. Harvey continued. He said that the people want accountability. Why did all of this happen? And they want to make sure it doesn't happen again. Then, without naming airport manager Bill Manning, Harvey said, quote, "Who was down at the airport making decisions, making sure information got to the right people," end quote. Now, this statement referred to Manning's testimony on the airport lawsuit, in which he admitted that he got a fax from the FAA with concerns about the development project proposed at the airport, but never shared the document with anyone. Harvey said he is tired of the town's most important asset being managed in a mediocre way. Change what caused this position, he said, and without naming him, Harvey pointed to Councilman John Eastman's effort to have his future son-in-law hired at the airport and Manning's reported manipulation of that hiring process. Harvey called it, "I can do what I want" arrogance. This has to be changed, he said. The councilman then moved on to what he thinks is the need for a tax measure of some kind to get the town out of its mess. He said, bring Mammoth Mountain in to help too. Harvey made a plea for all in the town to help. And when he was clearly finished, the crowd loudly applauded. The Mammoth Lakes Town Council will meet again on May 16th. Well, attention to those planning to attend the May 24th Mule Days concert. If you are holding tickets for the now canceled Terry Clark concert, Bishop Mule Days officials ask that you stop by the Mule Days office and exchange those tickets for the recently announced Uncle Kracker concert. Now, Mule Days spokesman Barbara Lahan said it's simply a matter of event logistics. She said, we know we sold a fair amount of tickets to out-of-town guests who will need to exchange their tickets that evening. So in an effort to avoid bottlenecks at the arena entrances, asking local residents to exchange their tickets in advance of the concerts, Lahan said, we just want to ensure a pleasant experience for those attending and appreciate the support and consideration of local residents. Now, tickets for the Uncle Kracker concert are still available. Reserved grandstand seating, $42. General admission is $37. And hey, this is cool. Local favorites Jeffrey James and the Wanted Gang will be opening for Uncle Kracker. Now, to purchase tickets, you can visit the Mule Days office. That's at 1141 North Main Street in Bishop, or they have a website, muledays.org. And for any information on Mule Days coming up Memorial Day weekend, you can call 760-872-4263. Well, May is Older Americans Month, and a press release from Inyo County notes it's a perfect opportunity to show our appreciation for the older adults in our communities. Now, the theme for Older Americans Month 2012, Never Too Old to Play, put a spotlight on the important role older adults play in sharing their wisdom, experience, and understanding, and passing on that knowledge to other generations in a variety of significant ways. Now, studies show that interactions with family, friends, and neighbors across generations enrich the lives of everyone involved. Young people who have significant relationships with a grandparent or elder report that these relationships help shape their values, goals, and life choices, and gave them a sense of identity and roots. Now, Inyo Area Agency on Aging, IMA Director Gene Turner said, quote, our communities can provide opportunities to enrich citizens young and old, emphasizing the value of including elders in public and family life by creating opportunities for older Americans to interact with people of different generations, and by providing services, technologies, and support systems that allow older adults to participate in social activities in the community, end quote. Now, while IMA provides services, support, and resources to older Americans year-round, Older Americans Month is a great opportunity to show special appreciation for some of our most beloved citizens, and we have many reasons to celebrate them. Turner urges every citizen to take time this month to engage with our older citizens through enjoyable social interactions such as sports, games, contests, and other forms of play. Now, the press release had a few quotes. I really like this one. Live your life and forget your age. That was from Norman Vincent Peale. Hey, if you would like some more information on Older Americans Month, Never Too Old to Play, contact 760-873-6364. Well, coming up this Monday, May 14th, Northern Inyo Hospital will transition to a new computer system in order to improve patient care and satisfy the electronic health record stipulations of the HITECH Act passed in 2010. Now, to assure accuracy and patient safety during this transition, it may take additional time to verify patient information. Patients should bring their photo IDs and insurance card, as well as a complete list of medications with them to the hospital. Once patient information is in the new system, future registration and other such documentation should be much faster and efficient. And, well, we've got another health note. Hey, don't smoke. This comes to us from Inyo Health Officer Dr. Rick Johnson, and he talks about the nicotine habit.
One of the things we're concerned about in public health is smoking, and both counties have done a very good job of helping the public to decrease the rates of smoking in the community. However, there's still a lot of work to be done, and this year you'll see Prop 29 on the ballot, which is about adding another tobacco tax of $1 per pack onto the current taxes. And this is important. The money will be used for cancer research as well as helping to keep kids from starting smoking. And you might say, well, that victory's already been won, but actually the news is pretty bad. In fact, the recent data shows that teen smoking continues to increase, and the amount of money that is being put forth by the pro-Proposition 29 folks is, as you might imagine, dwarfed by the tobacco industry, which would love to see this issue go down to defeat.
Well, we thank Dr. Rick Johnson and Cleland Ha for that informative talk on smoking. We'll be back with more news.